Hello and thanks for tuning in. I'm Josh Overhalser. This week at Otterbein, it's back to the grind as students and faculty begin the new school year. As always, first-year students got an early preview of the Bein at New Student Week. Otterbein welcomed new students and their families to campus last Wednesday for their first flight at Otterbein. Orientation Coordinator Kelsey Gorman tells us more.
First Flight is a way that new students can come to Otterbein and just feel so incredibly welcomed. We want them to feel a part of their residence hall and feel a part of a community here at Otterbein. So we basically bring them in, they have their first community team meeting when they get here, and they have awesome cheers that get them super pumped about their community. Dun, 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 dun. The odds are in our favor, our favor, our favor. We also have Judson Lively, who came last night, who's a motivational speaker. He was also on YouTube. He has the infamous YouTube video about the evolution of dance. So they got the students pumped about life is change and things are going to change, but you'll be okay and you just got to get over it and just have fun. We had a lot of interest sessions that got them interested in different things on campus, like study abroad, Greek life, everything. We had Sex at 7, which is famous for our orientation leaders. They basically, we bring up different issues on campus in like a real life situation, just so they know they have resources on campus and they have a lot of people to go to. So dealing with depression, dealing with drugs, alcohol, sex, anything that will occur on this campus, they are going to be safe and taken care of because they have plenty of resources.
One of those resources is Otterbein Police Chief Larry Banaszak, and he addressed the new students at Sex at 7.
Sexual assault? You kidding me? Zero tolerance. We don't put up with sexual assault.
It's also great fun for our orientation leaders because they just get to express. And this year we actually had real life stories, and it was really cool because everybody accepted it, and it's just such a welcoming community, and people know that they're going to be safe here at Otterbein and also have a perfect, welcoming, and awesome community here.
After Sex at 7, students made their way to the campus center for casino night, where they tried to win tickets which were entered into a raffle at the end of the night. WOBM was also on hand to provide some tunes. Despite great enthusiasm and participation by all new students, only one district could be declared champion by the week's end. That district? The Davis Complex! Davis Complex! All in the annex! Blue and green, we're a family and a team. And I soar, I fly, I soar, I fly. I'm about to tell you why. We are Davis! 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 So how would most new students describe their first week on campus?
Awesome. Fun. Amazing.
Excited.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Hopefully this excitement can carry over to make for a great year here at Otterbein. Well, we've seen the excitement of the freshmen, but who is responsible for making these new students excited about Otterbein? That is the job of the orientation leaders, and Kayla Johnson gives us an inside look at the typical day of a SOAR team member.
The day in the life of an orientation leader. It starts out early. All the OLs are required to be upstairs for breakfast by 6:45, and then all the fun begins. After breakfast is registration, where all the new students come in to register. They also have on-site registration, where the OLs will help out with that, or they are mingling with parents and family to make the students feel welcome. After registration, it's off to Cowan for the welcome, which is one of the OL's favorite parts. It's a time for the students to really get to meet the people that they will be with for the rest of the day. After the welcome, it's off to sessions. They go to commuter life and res life sessions, and they also go to sessions about financial aid and ways to get involved on campus. And if they have any questions, they're answered during this time. Once the sessions are through and some icebreakers have been played, then it's off to the favorite part of the day, lunchtime. How's lunch? Lunch is good. Good. Lunch is good. After lunch, the rest of the day is pretty jam-packed. The students are required to go to 3 different sessions for the rest of the day. One sessions include the Common Book, in which they're given the Common Book, and they're also given the assignment for the summer. The next session is where they learn about the 5 cards and the experiences that Otterbein wants them to have while on campus and throughout their 4 years here. Their final session is in the Cardinal Card office. They get their Cardinal Card and figure out how they can use it and if they need a replacement and all the perks of having the card, like going to free concerts and seeing all the sporting events and theater productions. The final thing that they will be doing in the afternoon is course registration. This is usually the longest process of the day. This is a time where they'll meet with an advisor to get their class schedule figured out. After registration, it's off to the resource fair for the final activity of the day. The resource fair is set up with many different groups and organizations here on Otterbein's campus, and it allows for students to sign up if they're interested in anything that they would like to be involved in on campus. After the resource fair, the orientation leaders debrief and talk about the day, and then it's finally their time off. In the typical day of an orientation leader, their day starts at 6 in the morning and usually doesn't end until about 7 at night. And all the while, they have to keep a smile on their face and pep in their step while being confident and ready for the new students and to show them just how excited they are to have them on campus. This has been the life of an orientation leader.
All right, thanks, Kayla. Well, with the long Labor Day weekend coming up, Otterbein is providing several fun opportunities for students. On Friday, Otterbein will host First Friday Festival in the Campus Center from 3 to 6 p.m. Several local businesses and student organizations will be on hand. There will also be plenty of what every college student loves, free stuff. On Monday, the Office of Diversity and the Campus Programming Board are sponsoring a trip to Cedar Point that departs at 7 a.m. If you can't make it to Cedar Point, the library will be hosting Zombie Fest from 7 to 10 p.m. Stop by to enjoy zombie movies, food, and games. Well, most students are familiar with Otterbein's Blackboard system. It's a great way to keep students and professors on the same page with items such as assignments and grades. But did you know you can now access Blackboard on your smartphones? Danny Lebsock shows us how in this week's Tech Bites.
Hi, I'm Danny Lebsock, and this is your weekly Tech Bite. If you take any classes that make good use out of Blackboard, then you should consider getting the Blackboard mobile app on your phone. The Blackboard app is available on Android, iOS, WebOS, and BlackBerry phones. The app gives you access to all the information of Blackboard, including grades, assignments, and announcements, as well as adding a few new features like the discussion board and everyone's favorite, online tests. If you have professors who like using Blackboard, then this app should be pretty useful for you. If you don't, however, the app is essentially useless. I'm Danny Lebsock, and this was your Tech Bite.
All right, great tips there, Danny. Well, the Triad DeVore Fest was going strong Wednesday night, and our Kayla Johnson and Grace Linehan decided to stop by in this week's installment of the KG Tag Team.
Hi, I'm Kayla. Hi, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Grace, and we're going around asking people about
How was their summer and how they liked the first week of school? How has your first day or first week of school been?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And go ask more people.
how it works.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little different, you know, returning from home, but at the same time, it's a little more enjoyable, a lot more independence like I had last year. And,
Well, you got a partner?
you know, I enjoy it.
Good.
Good?
Well, it's not our first week here. We're international students.
First
so
week
we've
of
been...
classes.
Oh, classes. Interesting.
Interesting. He just laughs.
Because as international students, we are undecided. So we have been taking up and dropping classes right and left, everything.
Those girls are at the table. You want to go bug them?
Yeah, Grace, go get it.
Okay, how's the first week of classes going? Good. Okay, how was your summer?
It was kind of boring.
Boring?
Yeah.
So good. You gotta be back at school though? You excited?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah? How was your summer?
Short and busy.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to the camera?
Good.
It was great.
Great.
I had a great summer.
Not too bad, not too bad. You know?
It was great.
How's your first week of class been?
First week of class has been amazing.
Do you have a lot of homework?
Yes, so much. It's just piling and piling and piling.
What up, camera? Woo!
Good.
Better. And I spent a weekend. I spent 3 weeks in Italy this summer.
Oh.
So I had a good time in Italy, but it's been great this first week.
Good.
Sounds like everyone had a great summer, is having a great first week. So for now, we're tagging out.
Yes, what you got going on here? Making a s'more. Okay, so you're clearly a Golden Brown fan?
Yes.
You're not a Burnham fan?
No.
I'm a Burnham fan.
I am not a Burnham fan.
Still to come on This Week at Otterbein, we interview head football coach Tim Daup and talk about the opening weekend of sports at Otterbein. Stay tuned.
I'm Dr. Linda Van Eldik, a biomedical scientist supported by the American Health Assistance Foundation. I conduct research aimed at discovering new and effective treatments for Alzheimer's disease. This is critical because more than 1,000 Americans develop Alzheimer's every day. At our website, you can learn how to live with or care for someone with the disease. Call 1-800-437-2423 or go to ahaf.org for a free brochure on understanding Alzheimer's disease.
I always pay more than the minimum balance on my credit card.
I just opened an education IRA for my kids.
I never invest more money than I can lose.
How are you saving for your future? Find out more great ways to save for your future and choose to save.
I made a promise to my family that I would start taking better care of myself.
You have many reasons to stay healthy. Exercise and physical activity can help. So the National Institute on Aging at NIH, part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, created Go for Life.
I now exercise 3 times a week.
Featuring exercises you can do anywhere.
I can really go.
Find out more. Visit nia.nih.gov/go-for-life.
Hospice provides the end-of-life care you and your loved ones want and need. It's available to everyone. Hospice care. Comfort and compassion when it's needed most.
The Tim Daup era of Otterbein football is now underway. Our Harrison Ralph caught up with the first-year head coach after a scrimmage against Ohio Wesleyan.
I'm Harrison Ralph here for Otterbein TV, where the Otterbein Cardinals had just wrapped up a scrimmage against Ohio Wesleyan. Cardinals came out, looked pretty good, but they definitely have some things to work on. I talked to head coach Tim Daup. Here's what he had to say after the scrimmage.
In the first scrimmage, you're going to see some things that are good, and you're going to see some things that are bad. And, but that's why you scrimmage. So, I saw some good things. We can move the ball up and down the field. We got to stop the penalties. I think, we had had a touchdown called back down here in the corner. We had a big throw down to the 5 called back. We fumbled the ball. Those are some of the things you can't do. Defense looked really good at times. Other times gave it up, some big plays over the middle. So overall, I think, it was average. Pretty much what I expected. But if we can cut off the stupid mistakes and the silly mistakes, I think we'll be better.
What do you have to do to do that?
Well, I think it's mental. You know what I mean? Little technique things. I think they got a little tired. It's about 90-some degrees out here, but this is what I wanted. I wanted it hot, and I wanted their minds to be able to think. So we'll get back to practice. We'll work on the little things, and hopefully that'll be cut out by next Saturday.
What are some of the positions really kind of guys are on the bubble as far as, starters and reserves?
Well, right now, defensive line, we're beat up, and, offensive line, we're beat up. So, we're trying to find the right combinations there. Wide receiver, we have not had one practice in camp with our starting tight end and our starting 3 receivers healthy. And some of them didn't even play today. So, those are spots that we've got to get better right there. We got to find out and get these guys healthy so we're a healthy football team, because right now we're playing with a lot of young guys.
You talk about the injuries. I know it's a week away, but who do you think will play? Who do you think won't play? What's it look like right now?
I think D-line wise, I think we'll get Pat Coleman back. I think, obviously we'll get Zach Greaves back. Joey Whitehead's, back in shape. Get Joey in shape and he'll be fine. Pat Seaschultz played today. He's got nagging, he's a little nagging back injury, but he'll probably stiffen up tonight. But I fully expect us to be full force when it comes to that part of it. O-line, we're still moving some kids around. We lost Latimer for the year. DJ Snell at right guard has not played hardly at all, whether I have him there or not. But we're still moving guys around, trying to get the best combination. So receiver-wise, I think. Those nagging injuries, it's going to be day to day for those guys to find out if I have them by next Saturday.
All right, thanks, Coach. We're really looking forward to September 1st against Gallaudet.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Otterbein opens up play at home this Saturday against Gallaudet with a game time set for 1 p.m. If you can't make it out to Memorial Stadium, the game will be broadcast live on WOBN and replayed later right here on Otterbein TV. In other sports, Monica McDonald looks to lead the Otterbein volleyball team to another successful season. They begin play this weekend in the Otterbein Capital Tournament, hosting Thomas More and Hope College Friday and Bethany and Calvin College on Saturday. Cross country will also be at home hosting the Alumni Race Friday at 6:30. In soccer news, the guys host Kenyon on Friday at 6 p.m. and Denison on Sunday at 2. The ladies, meanwhile, will be headed to Erie, Pennsylvania to take part in the Penn State Barron Tournament, taking on Penn State Barron on Saturday at 7:30 and Allegheny on Sunday at 3. All of us at Otterbein TV wish the best of luck to all the Cardinal athletes this season. Well, that's our show for today. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Josh Overholster, reminding you to make this week at Otterbein a great week at Otterbein. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.